What is up, guys? It's Garrett from Third Gen Aquatics. Today we are joined by my boy Evie.
So
So my guy Evie here, known him for a long time now. Known him since what, freshman year, sophomore year for you? I think.
yeah, it would have been my sophomore year.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
somewhere around there. Now, don't ask him how I behaved in high school. We're not going to talk too much about that. But but Evie, my guy, did work for a fish store
Yeah,
locally here in Dover. So I don't know if you want to talk about that briefly, real quick.
sure. So it's a small family-owned business. We can normally get in just about anything. It's always been a really fun experience to be there. I originally started working there throughout high school. Um, Trying to come back part-time, but due to recent life changes, I've had to leave recently. But there's still really good staff, a lot of great people, and you can make some really great connections there.
Yeah, and as well as touching on that, Evie's picked up all kinds of fish for me now at this point. Couple in this tank. Uh, what's her name? Don't have a name for her yet. Gunther's potential girlfriend. So he's always been able to grab some fish for me, which is greatly appreciated. And I know you have some fish yourself, a
Yeah,
couple tanks. If you would like to talk about that a little
yeah,
bit.
for sure.
Sweet.
So originally, what got me into it was black Venezuelan Corys or black Schultzes. I started keeping them after I originally came back to the store
Hmm.
because I ended up uh, maintaining a lot of the livestock back there. So I really got into it. Um, I did reptiles for a very long time, but I
That's
never.
how we met. I think in high
Yeah,
school we were
yep.
talking about that.
Because
Yeah.
I would keep ball pythons, different species of geckos,
Yep.
all kinds of stuff. But then uh, just kind of got thrust into this world and started figuring it out and started out with a small South American, Central American community tank, a couple species of tetras, of course, black Venezuelan cories.
Gotta
Uh,
have those.
Absolutely. And then we also got a couple species of pistogramma. And that was kind of the first thing that got me into cichlids.
Yeah.
So then I started keeping the Epistogramma borleis, specifically the umbrella variants.
Okay.
So like the opal,
Yeah.
they were a ton of fun. And then from there, I got into, I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's the Hongslize Epistogrammas.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful Epistogramma. I think the next one I'm gonna do is gonna probably be McMasteri.
Okay.
Um,
Those are cool. I
yeah,
really like those.
yeah,
Those
they're
are cool.
super neat.
Those are cool.
Um, and then I ended up just taking in a random hybrid species because they didn't know what it was. It was
Right.
the steel blues or blue steels, whatever they call them.
Okay.
He's pretty neat, about yay big now, kind
Yeah.
of cool. Um, and then I started keeping cichlids. Originally, I thought about doing African cichlids specifically from Lake Malawi.
Hmm.
I liked them.
Yeah.
I think the color's great. You can see it there.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Um, but I didn't necessarily want the potential to just wake up and then all of a sudden like a $50 or whatever
Yeah.
dollar cichlids just kicked it.
Gone. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so then I went to South American, Central Americans. I really, really got into it through the Severums, specifically red spots or green Severums,
Okay.
and then that led me down the road of green terrors.
Yeah, man.
So then I keep, or I'm actually about to go pick one up here, hopefully uh, later today. Um, but electric blue Acara, Nicaraguans, polar parrots. I keep a Pictus cat. What else do we got? Salvini cichlids. I
Mhm.
absolutely love the Salvinis. I think they're a little underrated in the hobby because a lot of people tend to go towards electric blue acaras or geophagus species,
Right.
um, or even in some cases it all depends. Like convicts, they'll keep one, or like I don't necessarily see too many people keeping pairs anymore just because of
Yeah.
breeding problems, which is fine.
Right. Convicts
Don't
are a
blame them.
pain. Yeah. Once they start, they don't ever
Oh yeah, they
stop.
never stop.
Never stop.
But yeah, I just keep a variety of things. I just recently picked up like a juvenile silver cichlid.
Hell yeah.
Um, I have no idea what it's gonna prove
From
out to be.
Blake's.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Blake's. Yep,
Shout out Blake.
Fish and Friends.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
um, but love the personality.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the personality. I'm excited for this thing to get like yay big.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Um, but he's got some growing to do. So we got some time still.
That's always the worst part. It's just
Yeah.
getting so excited. You're like, oh yeah, this is what this fish will look like, and then you look at it in the tank, and you're like, oh yeah, a year and a half from now.
Yeah, but I like the process. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yep.
It's just always a learning experience.
Yep.
It's kind of like a science experiment that never ends.
Dude, that's the way I look at it. Like
Yeah.
each fish in every tank has its own dynamic and
Oh yeah,
its
for
own
sure.
setup.
Like
Which
I have videos of like my electric blue car because he's like yay big,
yeah,
but he's by far the most personable fish I've owned. Because if he wants to be fed, he'll come out of his hide, he'll fly up, flare out, and he'll wait for you to just hand feed him.
yeah,
But he's super neat, ton of fun, and he's definitely what keeps my interest going because it's constantly different. Every fish is different.
yep,
They're not always going to be aggressive. They're not always going to be
yep.
calm. Like I told you earlier, I have a horrible redheaded Tapajos. She is just the meanest thing. She's killed all of her uh, potential mates.
Yeah,
So she's just by herself. She doesn't want
not a
friends.
nice lady.
No, she doesn't
And
want friends.
it's weird because you can look up like certain categories of fish, and it may be a semi-aggressive
Yeah.
species, but the one you get is just you know
Yeah.
what I mean, a complete butthead, and
Yeah.
it's never fun when that happens.
I have a track record with getting aggressive fish, even though they're not supposed to be. I think I even told you too. I had two angelfish,
Yeah.
stupid mean, decently sized ones. Couldn't keep them in my community tank anymore, so I threw them in with the cichlids, and it got to the point where they were like starting to get really aggressive with the Akara and Green Terror, which was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But they're calm now. I threw in the Salvinis, balanced it out.
Dude, it's weird because like angelfish, I feel like are the most like temperamental. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
say the most, but can be some of the most temperamental
So
fish.
I think the problem originated with not I shouldn't say not many people, but the average person who's just getting into it and just has the idea of like, oh, this would be great for my kid, or this will look great.
Wherever in the
Yeah,
house.
wherever.
Yeah.
They don't take into consideration that it is a type of cichlid.
Right.
And then oftentimes when you tell somebody like, oh, angelfish are a type of cichlid, they're like, oh, that explains that. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But I out of the green terrors, the Salvinis, and any of my other semi-aggressive to aggressive cichlids that I've kept, my angelfish have been by far probably the most aggressive thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is just becoming more and more prominent.
And it probably will too,
Yeah.
the older they become.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think people really should do the research before you buy, and not just see what's out there, but also talk to people who have the experience.
100%.
Because
Don't buy the fish just because you can.
right, I'm not a fan of. There was this whole thing recently where people were talking about like rent a fish,
Mm-hmm.
where essentially somebody would just go get like say an Oscar, keep
Mhm.
it at 30, and then when it gets to like that 8-inch mark, they're like, oh, I don't want this anymore, and then you return it, and they'll exchange it out,
Mm.
or they'll try to exchange it out. But I don't think that's good practice
Yeah.
because
I don't think that's
it will
fair.
correct. They're not decor; they're still a living creature. So
Yeah.
I think that's how more people should approach the hobby with that mindset, and not just it's decor.
Right. And I agree, like to the point of don't buy fish just because you can buy the fish. You know what I
Right.
mean? You want that fish to be able to thrive. You want it to be comfortable. You want it
Right.
to throw its true instincts and true behavior out at you. And I
Right.
feel like if you buy a fish just to buy the fish, you don't necessarily get
Right.
that same, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
behaviors. But hell yeah, dude. So I think last little thing we'll touch on quick
For sure.
is, do you have any other plans moving forward? Like, are you content with the tanks you have? Do you want to try and get something else started? Like,
Currently, I need to wait till I get a bigger space. Um, it's more of a later in life situation at this point.
gotcha. You hear that? Later in life,
yeah.
people
Don't rush it. Do it right.
do it exactly.
I would absolutely love to get into the realm of saltwater.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of research into it, mostly probably within the last 6 months.
Mhm.
But if I want to do it, I'm gonna want to do it right and at the scale that I would like to do it.
Right.
But before that, I think really the only other thing I could keep in the realms of freshwater at this point would be larger, more aggressive species of cichlids, whether that be like single flower horns, jaguars. I don't think I do dovies.
Yeah.
I like them, but
They get to be too. I love mine. Don't get
yeah,
me wrong, but they do get to be too much.
yeah,
The more I've thought about it, like
right. I
you know,
think the only other thing I would do would potentially be discus.
yeah,
Um, I just am not a fan of discus prices.
yeah,
A
which
lot of
sucks.
yeah, a lot of it comes from I guess probably import tariffs,
Yeah,
um, which makes sense. I completely understand it, but uh,
just
it's
not worth it at the moment.
not at the moment because again,
Yeah,
if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it the right way.
right.
So currently, between my community tank and my large, I guess is more aggressive
Mm.
cichlid community at this point. Um, I'm pretty content, but in the future, we'll do things different.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. That's the way I try and like I'm content with what I got.
Yeah,
But there's like, okay, I got some room over there yet. I got some room over here yet.
got to fight the urge.
Exactly. And I normally lose that fight most times.
It's okay.
But all right, dude, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
of course,
being
man.
here at Third Gen Aquatics.
For
Greatly
sure.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
See you guys. Hell yeah, dude. So before we end the video here, I just wanted to take a moment and thank Evie. Of course, thank him for hooking me up when he has always been there for me when I've needed him throughout high school and when it came to getting me fish. Always, always, always has taken care of me. So thank you for that, Evie. I appreciate it very, very much. And again, I did want to get some footage here of some point or at some point some videos of Evie's tanks instead of photos, but for now photos will work and his tanks are just beautiful. I mean the scaping, the rock work, like his tanks are beautiful. So I wanted to take a moment here and acknowledge that. I also wanted to take a moment and thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for making this possible, as in making me want to strive to make new videos for you guys, get new faces that are not familiar. So, as again, thank you so much, Evie, for coming on here. Greatly appreciate you as always. Tanks are beautiful, and that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys know the deal. Stick with it. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you on the next one.